Michael B. Jordan clapped back on some old high school friends. Yeah. Wow. I am excited to not clap back. I'm excited to react to this clip because it was funny. I thought this was a whole funny situation. And so apparently Michael B. Jordan confronts a former classmate, I guess, who made fun of him. So I'm went as far as to call it bullying. I don't know if I would go that far, but let's check this out real quick.
And, you know, we know each other. We go way back all the way to 𝘎𝙬𝙈𝙈𝙀𝙉 in Newark, okay?
Corny kid, right?
No, I did not say that. Misquoted for sure.
I heard it.
Michael B. Jordan calls out a former classmate for making fun of him, and it is awkward.
Oh, y'all trying to start drama over here.
The whole thing went down on the red carpet at a screening of Michael's flick Creed 3 in Atlanta, after he was approached for an interview by L'Oreal, the host of the Morning Hustle show, who reminded him they grew up together.
And, you know, we know each other. We go way back all the way to 𝘎𝙬𝙈𝙈𝙀𝙉 in Newark, okay?
Corny kid, right?
No, I did not say that. Misquoted for sure.
No, look at the dude behind him, too.
I said we used to make fun of the name.
Look at his face. He really...
Make fun of his name?
He was not playing.
He was ready to say that.
Yeah, he... Oh my goodness, this is hilarious. Yeah, the dude behind
when she was explaining and stuff.
his face.
The dude behind him was like, yeah.
Hold on. Let me play that again.
No.
Look at his face.
I did not say
listening.
that. Misquoted for
Look, he like, I ain't buying it.
Look, you good?
No, he tried to come at my man.
sure.
Exactly.
No, you did not hear me say I said we used to make fun of the
Oh,
name.
man.
But yeah, he is obviously killing things out here.
Yeah, so
Nice
that
save.
corny
But she
comment
kept it
comes
going.
from a 2021 episode of the Undressing Room podcast, where L'Oreal, her co-host Eva Marcille, and Dominique 𝙇𝙄𝙆 talked about the actor.
I think that Michael B. Jordan is just like a nice, corny guy. And I don't mean that as a slight, right? I mean, we all know that the nice, corny guys treat you the best.
To be fair, it was actually Eva who called Michael corny.
Yeah, so it wasn't
but
that girl.
L'Oreal did admit that in high school, she used to make fun of him.
To be honest with you, we teased him all the damn time because his
There
name
it
was
is.
Michael Jordan. Let's start there. And he was no Michael Jordan. And then he also
She was throwing shade. Okay, we can stop it there. But she tried to downplay it, but she was throwing a little bit of shade. But I mean, I guess you technically can. She didn't say nothing that wasn't fake. He clearly isn't Michael Jordan. Like, he clearly isn't the real Michael Jordan. And then if you look here, I got the article up where he was making fun of him because he was sending he would carry headshots with him. Like, I don't know if it was this exact one, but like when he was younger, he would keep headshots, I guess, all the time. But people gotta understand, he was acting as a teenager, as a young kid.
He was in Hardball and stuff. I remember that show.
Yeah, so it's like, so he's getting made fun of for, and that's the thing with kids. Like, kids make fun of people for the stupidest
He knew
stuff.
where he was going. Like he
Exactly.
knew. He knew he wasn't just
Like,
going
you
to be anybody.
you're making fun of him for like being aspirational. That's so silly. And we could make fun of him because his name is Michael Jordan. I'm sure they didn't call him Michael B. Jordan then. Like,
That's probably why they made sure to put the middle initial.
yeah, exactly.
Once
Genius.
he got big.
Genius.
Okay, so here's my take on it, y'all. In the interview, it wasn't her who said that he was corny.
She said something though.
It was her co-host. But she also went forward to say and mention, and she volunteered that
Michael
information,
Jordan.
that she used to make fun of his name and stuff like that and was kind of laughing with it. In the same podcast, was calling him corny. And it kind of felt like she was bringing up the situations with the headshots and stuff to say like, yeah, he was corny in high school, blah, blah. People in high school mean, first of all. We're going to talk about that.
Oh, absolutely.
People mean in high school. And she probably wasn't nice, and yes, he remembered that. So he had his moment to address it. A lot of people don't address stuff that they had a problem with that you said to them. And they always say, like, people may not remember what you said, but he did.
He remembered.
But they going to
Oh, my
remember
goodness.
how you made them feel.
Yeah.
And he definitely remembered, don't matter what movie he promoting, how
he said,
big he
"Bruh."
is, what girlfriends he's had. he was just like, oh yeah, the corny guy, right? Ooh, so awkward.
That was wild. That was
Let me just
wild.
say, don't do Michael B. Jordan. No, I'm just playing.
Oh, man.
But nah, like she could have owned up to it and just be like, you know what? I'm sorry. I was, you know how we act in high school. She
Yeah.
could have apologized in that moment.
Well, look.
She really could have.
First off, shout out to the research that man did. Like, I never heard of this podcast. It's a random girls podcast. I don't even know none of those girls in it. Maybe you would know.
No, Eva's America's Next Top Model. She big.
Well, I wouldn't know
She's
about
the co-host,
that. But
so
that's not.
I'm sure he's heard of
all
it.
I'm saying is like, it's just rant. It was like, man, shout out to him for the research. But what probably happened was somebody saw that, or someone that's a fan of the show saw it, tagged him in it on Twitter or something like that, a clip of it.
She could look exactly the same too. We don't know. High school, a lot of people look exactly.
Oh, not the high school stuff. I'm saying the specific, because he was talking about being called corny in the podcast. So I'm like, yo, he had to seen that clip where it happened. So somebody sent that to him. So his ears is to the street, man.
He was ready for her to interview him.
Yeah, that was wild. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah, you know, shout out to Michael B. Jordan. He did his thing. I don't really have nothing to add. I just thought that was funny.
I just think she could have used the opportunity if she wanted to. She could have apologized on the spot, just like for anything she did. I'm just saying, I don't know. But you're right. She did say
he pressed her pretty.
She
he
kept
pressed
it going.
Her.
He was looking like what you about to say? What you? She was like, yeah, but obviously you've been doing big things now, girl. Yeah, you better keep.
Nah, for real. Nah, that
man.
Yeah, she got pressed. I'm not gonna lie. Shout out to Michael B. Jordan. That was funny. I know a lot of guys out here like, you know, back then they didn't want me. Now I'm hot, they all on me.
Look.
A lot of dudes talking. A lot of guys talk like that, and I can relate. Like, there's a lot of Russell Wilson type of dudes out there that's corny, or people call corny and stuff like that in high school or even as adults. Like, people call Russell Wilson like 34, 35 maybe. They still call him corny. He, you know, Carlton type dudes and stuff who girls, you know, don't show a lot of love to, but then when they hit their glow up or they the man, so to speak, now all of a sudden they got a Sierra by their side. They got Sierras that's checking for them. So I always find that funny. It's a dynamic that men talk about that feel like, you know, y'all wait until y'all done did everything in the world to then want a guy like me, because now I got money, I got my life together, and I got the stability that you want in your life. And now you want to, you know, tag along with that. And then the sad part is a lot of those guys, the Carltons, the Russell Wilsons, a lot of those guys don't always fall in line with those type of girls. They usually want the girls, they want to just, you know, run through a whole bunch of girls that are, you know, no good to them, and the girls they couldn't get and stuff like that. So they don't even always want the girls that got it all together and stuff themselves. So they go the opposite direction. They get the girls they could never get.
Because, like, yes, you look at the guys who are obviously cute, just looks was something that they were blessed with. But, no, I knew I didn't have time for people who wasn't on nothing or just wasn't going to treat you well and stuff. Not every girl is like that. So, yeah. They won't, the bad boys who get in trouble in class and stuff. I never understood. The girls who do it, they don't understand why they like that. But it is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Moral of the story? Stop calling the Russell Wilsons and the Carltons corny, because you never know who they're going to end up becoming. They might be the hottest celeb out there. They might be the hottest actor out, and you might have to interview them. I don't know if
or let's just be kind and be nice.
Yeah.